G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. It's season 26, war number 9, and we're up against the X-Men. This is the alliance that my buddy J-Nick used to be in. He's now in SAS, Masters Alliance, but these guys they're a pretty regular Platinum 1 alliance, just like we are, but they actually, just like us, have had a pretty poor season, so they're squandering about in Platinum 2 at the moment. So we have 7 fights this war. We're going to be rolling with Dr. Octopus, of course, and Dr. Doom, and Human Torch. So we've got 7 fights. Doom's going to take the majority of them. First one is a Torch fight though. This is Black Widow Clairvoyant. Steady build up Fury and long distance relationship. So when we get 3 debuffs, she's going to get a potent Fury. So as long as we stay away from her, that avoids the weaknesses building up from long distance relationship. And we want to try and push her to a special 2. We don't want her to throw a special 1 if we can avoid it. And we do get her to a special 2. And we've got 6 smolders on us, so the fight's pretty much over. And we're still at a full yellow bar. So it was a good start to this war. Nice little warm up. And you see those debuffs keeping us topped off. We didn't quite finish on a full yellow bar, but still full health. And now we're going straight into a long shot on the Power Snake mini. So I've taken this fight before with Doom. It's pretty chill fight. This is a rank 3 long shot, of course. And I'm more than happy to let Power Snake eat our Fury buff, as long as it means we're safe from him, catching us at a special 3 or whatever. Because last time we fought this guy, we did actually eat a special 3. Didn't do that much damage, but still would rather not him throw a special 3. Would rather him not throw a special 3. So building up to our own special 3, and I see that he's triggered Pure of Heart. Now this makes me very cautious, which means that when he has Pure of Heart active, whenever he throws a special 2, we're going to take a butt ton of incinerate damage, and there's nothing we can do about it because it activates when he throws a special attack. It doesn't matter if it hits us or not. So we cannot let him throw a special 2 at any cost. So we steal his power back with the special 1. We want to get back up to the special 3. Obviously Doom isn't a rank 5, so we don't have the full power rate of a rank 5, which means we don't get to go back to a special 3 in one combo, but we still get there eventually. And at this point, he's almost at 50% health, which is when backup recovery will trigger. So that's another element we have to be mindful of. And so Power Snake has eaten our Fury twice, but I don't mind that at all because we're still able to maintain a good rhythm. Now the special 1 did activate backup recovery, but we just hold block. We just hold block as much as we can. We don't want him to throw a special 2 at all, because that would dispel death for us. So we got past backup recovery, we get back to another special 3. The Power Snake will eat our Fury buff again, but again I don't mind that because it's still super safe. And we do end up refreshing Pure of Heart by knocking him down with that special 1. So we still cannot let him throw a special 2 at all. But Doom is able to keep the fight under control like he normally does. We get back to, I think this will be the last special 3. So we had to throw like 4 or 5 in total in this fight, but we've barely taken a scratch. And yeah, so it is very safe. And I think we're going to finish off with a special 2 right now. Yep. Right as Pure of Heart wore off. So it was a slow fight, but it worked. It worked. And it's better. I think it's better playing this way than to take risks trying to get the Fury buffs. So after section 1, we died 8 times. This is a really, I think it was in PG1 mainly. They just fell apart early. It was just not a good start for them in particular. But so just like most other wars, we're on the back foot heading into section 2. Yeah, this was a really poor start. Really poor. So we've got 2 fights in section 2, like we normally do. Starting off with a Vision Aarkus. I have no idea why they placed a Vision Aarkus here. He's too good of a defender to be wasted on no 27. I think he's much better on like 48, 49, anywhere on the hazard shift path. He's much better, I think. Like no 27, there's nothing really like. Spry has no effect because he doesn't evade, and sure, if he gets 3 debuffs on you, he goes unblockable. But if you just bring an armor break immune champ, you can easily avoid that, which we can with Doom. Obviously, Doom isn't awakened, so we're not able to steal his power gain buffs, but that's not a big deal. As long as we can just keep on top of our staggers and keep nullifying those power gain buffs as he gets them, we'll be fine. And we just use our basic hits to get him down most of the way, and we'll just finish him off with a special 3. I think it was a rank 3 Aarkus. It might have been a rank 2, but Doom just made light work of him. Now I actually thought I had enough energy to take both my section 2 fights here, but I actually didn't. I was off, so we had to come back later to take this Surfer, which meant I had to use a couple extra boosts more than I was intending to use this for. But it's not a big deal. Like these boosts are so easy to get now from the solar crystals, you know. So this is a Silver Surfer on steady build up unblockable and crumbling armor. So Doom is pretty much the perfect counter to this fight, because the only danger that Surfer presents is through his armor breaks, which he gets from converting his power cosmic. But obviously Doom is armor break immune, so Surfer's never going to go unblockable at all in this fight. Obviously that means we can't heal from willpower from like crumbling armor or whatever, but we don't care about that. Doom's barely taken a scratch anyway. There's not much damage to heal back. You know, we've taken 3 fights now with Doom and lost 5% health. It's just another example of how tanky Doom is in war, and why he's definitely the single probably the most strongest Alliance War attacker in the game right now, and he has been for a few months. Probably even more than a few months. Best part of a year, I think. So we actually evened up the deaths. We had a decent section 2, only giving up the 1 death, and they caught up, but they had done 20 more fights. So I thought this could be our turning point for the season, you know, because at this point I think we were still mathematically able to get Platinum 1, but that meant we had to win this war. We had to just take this war by the throat and win it, which meant going you know, super focus mode into these last 3 fights for us, and just for everyone else to just do the best they can and just not give up any deaths at all, at any cost. You know, this this could have been the war that turned our season around, had we just come together and played like we used to. Now we're going to start off with a rank 3 Stryfe. This is on the Rage node. I think the Rage threshold was about 6,000. Even a rank 3 Torch, he's not triggering 6,000 very often. Like, apart from his special 3, I don't think he's ever reaching 6,000. So we did boost up a little bit, just for an extra bit of safety. So we're pretty much just going to be getting smolders from Stryfe's medium attacks. We won't get it from his light attacks, so we have to back off before parrying him to get more smolders on us. And we want to keep our temperature up so that we can punish the special 1 if we want, because if our temperature isn't high enough, we will miss. But we're able to keep it above 15 for the whole fight, pretty much. It's very easy to do that against someone like Stryfe. We don't really need to throw any special attacks. We could have, but not really much point. We just let the Incinerates do the work. We did prop the pre-fight because it was our last Human Torch fight. And then next we have probably the fight that I've taken the most this season. This is Cosmic Ghost Rider. Another rank 3 on the Hurt Locker node. I really wish someone would explain to me why he keeps getting placed here, and why I see him like in 80% of our wars, because I just have no idea why he's placed here. He's such a simple fight. Like, he can pretty much be taken by any champion in the game. And I don't know about you guys, but I've never had a problem dexing a special 1 attack. Yeah, I don't know. It's just never been an issue to me. So it's really just a free fight for Doom. But we could have used. We probably couldn't have used Torch. That wouldn't have been ideal. But Doom out of the three we had was definitely the best option. But he's really, yeah. I have no idea why he's placed here. There's nothing to me that presents any sort of danger, apart from like just eating a special one randomly. But even that, obviously against Doom, that won't do much damage. Against someone else, maybe it might do a bit more damage. But yeah, it's just simple fight for Doom, Magneto, anyone that can take CGR comfortably. We took him with Professor X a couple wars ago. And then we're finishing off with a Sorcerer Supreme. We've taken this fight before. We did pop an invuln boost because you saw how close the war was. There was no margin for error at this point. And while I was pretty confident in my Dr. Octopus skills, we didn't have a great time versus Vision last war, and that kind of made me question my abilities this time. But so we did throw the invuln on in case the worst did happen, and I don't know, we somehow ate a special one or whatever, or we ate a combo. But hopefully we don't do that. So we're just gonna be parrying, heavying, let the power lock reapply itself. Every time the power lock reapplies itself, well, there's a slight bit of downtime where she gains a tiny bit of power. So each time the power lock reapplies, she has a tiny bit more power. But the worst case scenario is she gets one special one and she throws that. And she does actually get to a special one here, and she throws it straight away, which is good. But the power lock that we have on her is super long, and there's lots of wiggle room for us. We have lots of free time to mess around before reapplying it, but obviously we want to reapply it at the most sensible time, which will be, before we get to a special 2. Yeah, I made a mistake doing it against this fight against Vision because I threw the special 2, and what that does is it reduces the duration of the power lock that you have. This one, the one that you get from the special 3 is like 15 seconds if you have all 3 research categories at 100. But by throwing the special 2, that reduces it to like 3.5 seconds, I think, or something ridiculously short. So it's much safer to just keep throwing the special 1 and don't gamble for the extra damage from the special 2. It's much safer to just stick to the special 1. While it's slow, it works. She's locked at 0 power for the whole fight. We only had to eat one special 1. Or not eat, but just we had to only bait one special 1. So Doc Ock just absolutely monsters this fight. And I think we are going to finish off with a heavy attacking style. Yeah. So 7 fights, all solid. Fun fact, this was actually the first war that I've ever recorded in its entirety that I didn't get hit in. I've done like 30 something war videos now. This is the first time it's happened, so we finally got there. We had a war we didn't get hit in. But unfortunately, I can't say the same for my alliance mates. We died 20 times in total. Credit to X-Men, they had a great war, only giving up the 10 deaths. Some guy smashing it for BG3. 10 fights, all solid. But yeah, it was another loss, and I think this means we won't be able to finish Platinum 1, which is a shame because we've placed the last 8 seasons in Platinum 1, I think. So I expected us to go down a bit since we lost a lot of our core over the off season, including our leader and several officers. But it's just more motivation, I think, to push back next season. Which is definitely the plan and something we want to do as soon as possible. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be a Platinum 2 Alliance this season, but that's how it is. It's not a great result, but we're going to take it. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next war video.